Hello my beautiful and amazing people, it is your favorite person in the world and welcome to my very first YouTube video. I am super happy to have you here. If you don't know me, my name is Dana Ninja Rodriguez and welcome to The Mindful Body. This is my first time making a YouTube video and I just wanted to share with you my everyday life, what I do, who I am, what I stand for, and eventually create a relationship with you and me and take you guys on with me on my 1-year anniversary trip that I did with my husband. It is on a getaway house, and what a getaway house is basically a little cabin where you basically disconnect yourself from everyday life, build that one-on-one time that you guys definitely do need. I decided that I was gonna plan this year's anniversary being the first year that we spent together as a married couple, and I felt like this was the best way that we could do it. So if you're interested on what we did, what the getaway house is all about, and the activities that you can do around it, just keep on watching. Okay, first let's touch up on what a getaway house is. Basically, a getaway house is a tiny little cabin where you can spend time with your significant other or your family and just disconnect. A place where you will have all appliances. You have a little tiny box where you can lock your phone so you don't have to worry about your responsibilities for at least a weekend. There's many locations for this tiny cabin all around the USA, but the one that we decided to go to was the one in the Catskills because it was closer to where we're living right now. It's in New York upstate, so it took us about 2 hours to get there. We went on a Tuesday and got back on a Thursday, so we spent 3 days, 2 nights at the getaway house. They sent us the location 1 day prior the trip and it was pretty straightforward. The ride there wasn't so long. What I will say is that it was kind of like a ghost town. There was nothing around there. It was all landfills. There were like farms and cows and it was really relaxing. It's just so different from the city. You're used to like the hectic space. So it felt nice to have that little nature connection on the trip. By the time we got there a little bit earlier. We were supposed to get there at 3. We arrived at around 12:30, 1 p.m. and the first activity on our bucket list was going on a hike. We decided to go to the hike before going to the check-in. I found a fall trail, quote unquote, nearby the cabin, and the little trail took you to the Kitterskill Falls, which were amazing. It was a 25-minute drive to get there, and since we are not hiking people, like we never go on hikes, it was our first time. So I will say, you know, wear really comfortable clothes and snack because you are gonna get tired. You guys, we got lost like 3 times trying to find out where the fall was. So the 35-minute, 45-minute hike turned into a 2-hour hike. So by the time that we got to the falls, we were already super exhausted. Refreshed from your hike. There's another one down there, but I'm scared to go there. We're gonna stay here. It was just a little overwhelming at the beginning. I had a lot of fun, but Brian was like, okay, now let's go. But me, being me, I was like, I can't leave this place without getting in the water. I did want to get on the water, so I did wear a swimsuit underneath my clothes while we were hiking. Racing cold. Brian didn't want to get in, but I this place without jumping in the water. Like I really want to let out all of my stress. It was like therapeutic, honestly. I was able to make it to like a little stone where the fall was hitting, and I just sat there and meditated for a little bit. To me it felt like an hour. Brian said it was like 10 minutes, but I just felt so peaceful. It really felt much better. Once I got out of the water and I went to Brian, I just felt like a completely different person. That was amazing. But also that same day I had booked another activity, so we needed to get back to the cabin as quickly as possible so we could get changed, leave our stuff there, and go to the activity that we had planned. The second activity was the Rail Explorers. What the Rail Explorer is, you go on the train wrecks and you pedal, and then you get to see really nice views. I saw it on TikTok. I was like, we have to go there. It's gonna be so much. He's gonna have such a great time. And I booked a golden hour trip. So the trip lasts 3 hours. You're pedaling for 3 hours. So again, just wear comfortable clothes because you're gonna be pedaling for a lot of time. Thing was really fun. They do a lot of activities. The people working there are super nice.
Fun to pedal. If you don't, dishonor on you, dishonor on your family, dishonor on your job.
We made a stop because my friend doesn't know how to pedal, and This is like a little waiting area. I think they're gonna move the bike. We're just taking a little break because it's been an hour so far. And we are tired. Okay everybody, we just finished our ride and it was a great experience. I will definitely recommend you guys, if you come to Catskills, come visit the Rail Explorers. Yeah, a lot of fun, right? I'll definitely do this again. But other than that, we're gonna go to the cabin right now and eat. So back home, and that night we just ate ramen on the cabin. We sat down with each other, spent quality time together. Second day was mostly resting. It was raining outside, so we didn't really get a chance to turn on the campfire or make any s'mores. So we just decided to stay in and rest because the first day was a lot for us. Good morning everybody, it's currently the morning after. We've had a great time. Yesterday was pretty busy. We did a lot of things and Brian was driving for quite a few hours. He was just tired. Quiet around here is very peaceful too. You don't have like nobody bothering you. You don't have to worry about checking in with anybody. They give you a code before you come in here, and so that way you can just check in by yourself at whatever time you'd like to. Of course, they give you like a time range for you to check in and check out. But if you were running late or anything, you can just come in whenever you'd like to and put in your code, and then you get into your cabin and you're good to go. Okay. Huge window to look up to, and the fireplace, but it's raining right now, so we can't really do much. I had also booked a reservation at this really nice restaurant called the Phoenician Steakhouse. 100% recommended, you guys. It's amazing. There's multiple options. There was vegetarian options, steak, seafood, and it just looked really fancy, so I was like, you know what, let me just try it out. Drink wise, I think we're gonna get the mocktail. Let me tell you, food is busting. Like, this stuff is real good. Tastes really good. Eating. Having a great time so far. Our server came in and just asked us where we were staying, what were our plans, and we let her know that we drove like an hour to get to that restaurant because it was an hour away from the cabin. Again, we didn't really pay attention much at the weather because we were just having fun together. She was like, what route are you guys gonna take on your way back? We told her where the GPS was gonna take us, and she was like, that's dangerous. You guys shouldn't drive over there. You could get into an accident. We got a little worried because again, the rain was really bad outside. There was a flooding alert on our phones, and it was just a really bad like storm going on. And that was a day where New York City flooded and there was water everywhere. So change of plans. We are gonna have to leave a little bit earlier than expected. We had all of our food to go because it's raining really bad outside and there's like a flood warning, so we're just gonna take another route, and it's much more longer than the one that we took to get here. It was like a 45-minute drive to just get here, and it was raining pretty bad on our way here. So we're just gonna go and take a route around the mountains just so that we don't get in any type of danger going back. But overall, the food was great. I am so happy with the service. The girl who was serving us was really nice. She gave us, you know, the heads up on the flood alert, and we're just gonna go back home now and probably eat in the cabin. So we'll see you guys there. She let us know that there was a second route that we could take and that we should take our food to go, because if we waited a little bit longer, it's gonna be impossible for us to go back to our cabin. So nicely of her, she wrote down the directions because we had no service there, no internet. It was like crazy and hectic. There we are, Brian and I, completely lost. Like, we don't know where to go, and it was raining. We had no internet. We had all of our food to go, and meanwhile, I'm just there eating dessert anxiously because I was worried, but I didn't know how to help. So we finally made it back to the cabin. It was like 1 in the morning. Mind you, we left at like 9 p.m. Then our family's texting us, checking up on us, seeing if we were okay, because they were over there in the city and it was all flooded. It was all crazy stuff going on there. Thank God we made it safe. So we just sat down and enjoyed our food. We were both super tired to sleep that night, and I had the worst nightmare, you guys. Like, it was really bad. I was so scared that night and so anxious that when I went to sleep, I just couldn't get any good sleep. Finally, the morning after, it was the time that we were gonna go back to the city. It was a nice quiet morning. Woke up, at like 9:30 in the morning, packed all of our stuff. We sadly didn't make any use of the campfire, but again, the things that we were able to do were much more worth it. And we got to the city. Finally back. Okay, everybody, so I hope you guys enjoyed the whole trip. The whole experience was amazing. I would 100% recommend to do this at least once in your life. It definitely is worth it. So much to everybody who stayed till the end. This is gonna be the first of many adventures I'm gonna take you guys on with me, so make sure you don't miss out. If you would like to know more about me and what my life is all about, make sure you click the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, like and comment on this video. Let me know where you guys are watching me from. I'm wishing you guys a great one, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.